Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So I was going to fill you in on my current existence. And basically, what it is that I try and do what I refer to as Tanny Raw. And if you don't know who Tanny Raw is, she is a social media phenom who is primarily completely raw vegan, but promotes all health. And one of the things that she absolutely teaches is doing planning by using a bullseye. And the inside of the bullseye is what you can eat all the time. It's all of your good choices for your health, and there's no problem within that bullseye. On the outer ring, those are things you can sometimes have. It's not your best interest to do it all the time, but if you're in a situation, you may choose to modify your plan and still be successful with your sometimes. And the outer ring is your never. Those are things you just have to completely stay clear of and have no business participating in. So for me today, I got into my sometimes, but I got into the absolute outer region, like the closest ring to my never. And I participated in a certain food, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to provoke anybody, but I quickly realized that sometime needs to become a never. Hold on a second. It immediately threw me into wanting more, and I had no business having more. And so I went ahead and went to my journal because I was going to write down what I had eaten. And I was proud of myself because I wasn't going to wait till tomorrow and just go ahead and have whatever I want today, or wait till next week or play any of those games. I was going to stop from this meal and make sure that my next meal was life-giving and in my always. And so I was asking myself, like, what is the deal? Why are you feeling so incredibly provoked right now? And I realized it was a couple of things. One of the reason I'm overtired. I forgot to do my analysis of saying, my hungry, angry, lonely, or tired to halt first. So I didn't even practice that. So one, I was tired. Two, I didn't have groceries in the house. And that's on me because I finally got paid and I totally could have gone grocery shopping, and I always have the frozen option. I have some frozen spinach, I have some frozen fruit and bananas, but I did not do that. So unfortunately, I didn't do that either. And then this was the most surprising thing. Ever since the last reset, and even before that, I've been writing in my journal every single day, writing my food down every day. But when I went to write down this slip, if you will, I realized I hadn't written in my journal in 5 days. I didn't write it in 5 days. Now, granted, I ate clean the entire time, but even on my best days, I was promising that I would write in that journal. So that was a problem too. So no food in the house, like no fresh fruit or vegetables, not writing in my journal for 5 days. No wonder. And then just the craziness of my life from, the driving the 100 miles a day to the insane heat. I mean, it's only 106 right now, but still, all of the newness at my school. And then my poor husband is just going through so much, from being injured a week ago to that fender bender yesterday. If you follow me, luckily both of them were okay, but the other guy's car got pretty smashed up, and even my husband's car, and it's a 1-ton truck, got smashed up. And so just the stress of that. And then today, the poor guy, he still pushed through to work, and his car overheated. His truck overheated, which was just crazy. And he literally cried. He's just so tired. We're both so tired. So anyway, the message is I really have to be true to myself on what is my always and what is sometimes, and if sometimes need to become never. And I was grateful for that awakening again today, and luckily I moved it right into never. So hopefully that just will not be a problem. All right, so really quickly, and I wanted to share, I always do self-help or daily thoughts, and one of my favorites is Overeating Anonymous for today, and it's 365 days of thoughts. And this one, I don't even have the date on it, but I know it's in August, a couple days ago. And it always starts with a quote and then a talk and then kind of a goal or the takeaway. So it says, people wish to learn to swim and at the same time to keep one foot on the ground. And that's by Marcel Proust. So people wish to learn to swim and at the same time to keep one foot on the ground. Marcel, Marcel Proust, Proust. And here's the talk. Only by being willing to give up the safety of the old can I find out what the new has for me? Uncertainty, confusion, and fear of leaving the safety of my old ways behind me are natural, but the need to save my life pushes me on. I move beyond my fears and prejudices and learn that I don't have to act on them, that one day at a time I can face whatever must be faced. I may think nostalgically of my old hiding place from time to time, but the truth is, nothing that could possibly happen today can make me go back. And then this is that end thought for today. The direction God gives me is forward. I am not afraid to take it. I thought that was so powerful. Only by being willing to give up the safety of the old can I find out what the new has for me. Yeah, if we're just so busy holding on as tight as we can, only focusing on what is right in front of us, forgive me, behind us, always thinking either what could have been, right? Like lamenting what could have been, or remembering that perfect body we used to have, that young, youthful, whatever. How we used to be able to drink all we want, but now we get a headache. All of those things. None of that will serve us anymore. It doesn't serve us. So uncertainty, confusion, and fear of leaving the safety of a place is completely reasonable, but unless we do, right, we're not going to discover all the grace that God has for us. And I like where it says, but the need to save my life pushes me on. Meaning, this obesity, this diseased body, and praise God, I have healed from many, many of my ailments already. I'm still carrying too much weight. But those things are not serving me at all. And in my desire to save my life from all of those inevitable ailments and problems that will manifest if I don't choose wellness, pushes me on. I move beyond my fear, my prejudices. One day at a time. I want to face whatever's coming, but I can't do it alone. So it is true. Let's say it, nostalgically. I may think nostalgically of my old hiding place from time to time. The ability to hide in my car, the ability to consume enough food for a small country, all in the privacy of wherever. I may think of that from time to time, but there's no way. And it literally says nothing that could possibly happen today can make me go back. And, I don't know. I just shared a story with you where I nearly started to go in the wrong direction with food. And I saw the whole picture. I saw with my desire to have one more serving, one more bite, that was going to lead me back into my insanity. And I was able to say, no, I'm not going to partake in that. I'm not doing it. That's not who I am. And so the direction that God gives me is forward. He's always pushing us forward. And I'm not afraid to take that direction. I have a lot of blessings going on, even in the confusion, and I got to keep going forward. We can only find out the grace and blessing of what is by going forward. I see that all the time, so often on Facebook, because I come from a really large family and everybody was popular and loved. People want to know about something in the past, Do you still have bling, bling, bling? Is your house this way, that way? They have all these little memories in their heart, and none of it exists. That's why every time I want to go back to my hometown and wish I could live at 421 Jade Cove Way. In fact, I even visited 421 Jade Cove Way, and I was astounded at how little everything seemed, how none of it was the memories of my heart. So I do pray for the grace to be in the present, to rejoice in the past, and be able to visit it in my heart and my mind, but never to want to recreate or live there. Only be open to the beauty that's coming. All right, my friends, I'm going to read it one time completely clean for you. People wish to learn to swim and at the same time to keep one foot on the ground. Marcel Proust. Only by being willing to give up the safety of the old can I find out what the new has for me. Uncertainty, confusion, and fear of leaving the safety of my old ways behind me are natural, but the need to save my life pushes me on. I move beyond my fears and prejudices and learn that I don't have to act on them, that one day at a time I can face whatever must be faced. I may think nostalgically of my old hiding place from time to time, but the truth is, nothing that could possibly happen today can make me go back. For today, the direction God gives me is forward. I am not afraid to take it. That's the message, my friends. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, like if you like, subscribe if you haven't. And until we talk again, know that I pray for you, and best of all, that you're blessed.